Hello, this is cjhoyle. Today is Saturday, September the 25th, 2021, and today I'm riding my bike through Coronation Park in the city of Toronto. And in this video I'm going to be giving a narrated tour of the Waterfront Trail, also known as the Martin Goodman Trail, through a segment of downtown Toronto, starting from here and heading in the east direction. Essentially the downtown most portion of this trail. And I've made videos in the past where I've shown portions of the Waterfront Trail, but it's been a while and I decided it was worth coming back and filming another one. As you may be able to hear, it's quite a windy day today, so I apologize for any wind that you'll hear on the microphone. I have elected to be riding today in the same direction as the wind, so once I make my next turn up ahead, the wind should be behind me. So straight ahead there you can see some water. That's within a part of the harbor which belongs to the National Yacht Club. And there all of a sudden that wind is gone. So we wrap around and start heading again in the east direction there. And there's a portion of this trail here which is actually a bike lane on the road. Try to make a stop here. This is the western terminus of Queen's Quay. That's the name of the road that we're riding on right now. And this road here that we're just stopping at, this stop sign is called Little Norway Crescent. And I believe this part of the city is known as Little Norway. And I believe that name dates back to the Second World War, when the Norwegian Air Force was using the Toronto Island Airport to train. And here we're just about to cross Bathurst Street. I made a video early last year when I rode my bike down Bathurst Street and I ended at this intersection here. So this portion of the Waterfront Trail follows along next to Queen's Quay. And this portion of the trail was redeveloped over the course of a number of years, and it reopened in 2015, the same year that Toronto hosted the Pan Am Games. And before that, there was no bike lane or any type of real trail through this middle portion of the city of Toronto, and it was kind of disappointing because there was a waterfront trail on either side of it, but you got to here and you were stuck riding on what was quite a busy road with pretty narrow lanes. So it was really nice when they redeveloped this and made this nice trail. It's quite a busy place to come. I'm filming this in late September, so it's not exactly a hot summer day, but you can still see lots of people outside enjoying this. If I were to come here in the actual summer though, you would certainly see more people than this. You'd see a lot more bikes. And one of the main complaints about this section of the Waterfront Trail is that the pedestrians tend to drift into the trail portion of it. So people are riding their bikes, at a fairly brisk rate of speed, and then there'll be pedestrians just sort of not really paying attention to what they're doing and sort of wandering into the lane where the bikes are, and there are some not so ideal situations. Now technically this is a multi-use trail, so pedestrians are completely entitled to use this space. But the pathway over to my right, where you see most of them actually are, is that's a dedicated sidewalk where, you know, bikes are not allowed to go. So it really works better for everybody if the bikes are there and the bikes are here and the pedestrians are over there. So we're just gonna have a red light here at Reese Street. This portion of the waterfront is known as Harbourfront. The water to the south of here is within the Toronto Harbour, which is a large section of water that's protected by the Toronto Islands, which originally the Toronto Islands was actually a peninsula. So it was this nice sheltered cove where there was this big peninsula that sort of created a natural harbor here. And eventually the islands, because of a big storm back in the 1850s, I believe it was, caused part of the islands to erode away and separated them from the mainland, making them into islands. And down here near the waterfront, there's certainly a lot of condominium towers. Those have been being built here over the last couple decades. Previous to that, the waterfront of Toronto was a very industrial place. But it's quite a nice place to come in the way that it's currently configured now. That's the third person that I've seen giving away free products today along this trail. I'm not sure what he was giving away. It looked like some kind of a drink. A little bit further back, I saw somebody giving out energy drinks. After I'm finished filming this video, I might have to turn around and come back and get some of the free stuff. So yeah, the wind is a lot less noticeable along this portion of the trail. Like I said, I think a lot of it's coming from behind, so I guess maybe I'm riding at a similar speed. This next intersection up ahead is Bay Street. And just to the south of Bay Street, where it terminates here, is the Jack Layton ferry terminal, which is where you can catch ferries to go over to the Toronto Islands. A little over a month ago, I made a video where I rode my bike over on Toronto Island with fellow Toronto-based YouTuber Johnny Strides. We filmed a pretty long tour of the Toronto Islands. The first portion of it was on my channel and the second portion was on his. So if you haven't already seen those videos, I recommend them. I'll include a link in the description below. And this eastern portion of the waterfront is also filled with many condos, but these ones are a little bit behind the others. They're being redeveloped later. So I guess the ones that you'll see here are newer, and you'll also probably see more cranes in the air down at this end. And as I'm riding here, I can smell a scent, a strong scent. That's the scent from the Redpath Sugar factory, which is just over here on the right. In that building, they process raw sugar, which is brought here on big boats from across the ocean down in the southern hemisphere where sugarcane grows, and they transform that raw product into different varieties of sugar products that we consume here in Canada. It's one of the only remaining big industries that still has a presence down here in the Toronto waterfront. When you see big ships in the harbor, it's usually a 50% chance that it's going to be a boat that's delivering a load of sugar or raw sugar. And we're just passing on the right a campus of George Brown College, which is a community college here in the city of Toronto. It has a number of different colleges around the city, or a number of different campuses around the city. And this road that we're crossing here, particularly over to the left of it, is Sherbourne, or actually it's Lower Sherbourne, which is a north-south street through downtown Toronto on the east end, which I've filmed a video of a number of years ago, riding my bike along. It has protected bike lanes on it. One of the first in the city to have that infrastructure. So here you can sort of see what I was talking about, how the east end of the waterfront is a little bit less developed than the west end. You can see a lot of construction sites down towards this end, as well as a number of sort of old buildings which have not been redeveloped yet. I imagine if we came back in 10 years, this end of the city would probably be very similar to the western portion where we started, with towers all along it. And right here the trail curves a little bit to the north, but it will curve back in the east direction again momentarily. My plan is I'm going to ride as far as Cherry Street, where there's a bridge over to the Portlands. Which I'm sure I'll film a video over on that area of the city again at some point in the future too. Yeah, this is a good amount of traffic on this trail. Like, it's good to see other people using it, but it's also good to have, you know, lots of space and not feel like you're being all congested in with other people walking and riding their bikes and everything. And over on our left here you can see the elevated highway known as the Gardner Expressway, which is currently being rebuilt, or the eastern portion of it is at least. And actually there's a little bit of a temporary detour along here. It looks like they're doing some construction work over there on the left. And it's actually a little bit of a shortcut. Cuts the corner sharper than the trail normally would.
Yeah, I saw it like at the
And straight ahead there you can see the beginning of the Cherry Street Bridge. Maybe I'll just curve the camera over here to the right a little bit and I can show you the new Cherry Street Bridge, which was installed here almost a year ago now. Maybe I'll just come up on top of the old bridge and I'll show you the new bridge briefly. So there's a look at the new Cherry Street Bridge over there. But I hope you enjoyed joining me on this narrated tour. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And thanks for watching.